Hi guys, Figure-Boi here, back with another video, and today I was doing, sorry, I must be speaking in some kind of alien language. What was I going to say? Oh yes, I don't really know whether I should call this video I'm about to do a reflection or a review, or maybe a bit of both, because I'm probably going to be referring to, like, stuff from, like, past Guardians of the Galaxy films, and, like, some kind of thoughts on them, and this most recent holiday special, which I think will be the main kind of focus here. But getting into this, I think I should just start off by just kind of sticking with some kind of review for the holiday special, and I'll try and keep it spoiler free. But the thing is, right, there's nothing really to spoil, like nothing like super groundbreaking happens. There's some kind of surprise reveal at the end, which just feels a bit random. I don't know whether it will just change the way that you see things, but it involves. I'm gonna say, I'll just say it at the end, and it's almost like you can get. I mean, I don't know if people get super upset, but like the thing is, it's almost like just a okay thing. It's almost like I guess that's good for them, I guess. But I don't know if they'll just bring this up, if I don't know if you could, well, because I'm trying to understand the kind of purpose of the special, because to be honest, to me, there doesn't really seem to be one. I think on Letterboxd, I'll probably might actually include my Letterboxd account in my YouTube description at some point. I gave it like a 2.5 out of 5, like in stars, so that's like 5 out of 10. And the reason being, it just felt like filler. It wasn't as bad as like that, the Star Wars holiday special. I mean, it was kind of entertaining, but at the same time just silly and just felt like pointless. I felt like I just wasted 50 minutes of my time. It's almost like I could have been better off seeing this. The only reason I watched it was because it was Guardians of the frickin' Galaxy. Otherwise, if it was anything else, I wouldn't give. Well, I mean, I'm sure there'd be some other kind of IPs that they did like a holiday special, but I kind of expected more from this. It's almost like, fine, do a holiday special, but it's almost like, couldn't you have done some kind of like proper prelude to like the new movie, rather than just some kind of random special which is all supposed to be funny but really isn't. And I looked it up today, and it was written by James Gunn, which obviously he directs Guardians of the Galaxy, so obviously he probably wrote a lot of the films as well, I'm guessing. I don't know. But he wrote this, and you know what? I can freaking tell after watching Peacemaker, because sometimes it just feels like he's trying so hard. You know what made Guardians of the Galaxy so special, like, and different, was that, it was supposed to be kind of funny and, a tad dark at the same time. But the thing is, it's kind of, because every single Marvel movie does it now, it doesn't feel all that unique. It just feels like every single freaking Marvel product now. It's almost like for, like, the new Thor stuff. It's like that. It's almost like, and does it come to no surprise why they decided they wanted him to join the Guardians of the Galaxy, only to like leave without going on like any adventures with them? So it's just what the actual like. And newsflash, Gamora is not in this. I thought she was gonna be in some form, but she wasn't. Because I know there was this thing in the trailer like, oh, he's still sad about Gamora, but that's what the third film is going to be about. So that's just, great, I guess. It's going to be freaking pain. Because obviously she won't have any of the memories of the, Gamora that died in Infinity War. So, well, the original Gamora, or the main Gamora, because now it's 2014 Gamora. I don't freaking know, do I? I'm not a lore expert. Yeah, there you go. So let's actually kind of just go by what happens in the special. If you want to know, like, save yourself from watching it. It's almost like, trust me, it's almost like it's like you might as well just save 50 minutes of your life listening to me ramble on about it. So for this video, I got the pops out just so I could keep it related to the whole Figure-Boi thing. So let's see if I can keep this like around 15 minutes, because I know it might end up going half an hour because it's freaking me. So basically, it starts off with them on, is it Nowhere, which they've bought from the collector. So and there's this band singing some Christmas song based on stuff that they've heard about Christmas, like the randomest kind of stuff, like Santa like eating, you, and the owls being like his slaves and all that. Somebody's song, it starts off like really cringy, and then it gets a bit better. I get a bit catchy, but still freaking. And then obviously Star-Lord, props to Chris Pratt. All the cast, the acting is fine, I guess, and all that. Like he gives it his all in this. It just feels like a complete freaking waste of time. I swear to God. The worse it gets worse, the more I think about it. Like I only gave it that because of the cast and some of the acting and all that, and maybe some of the kind of stuff was funny, but the effects in some cases just absolutely so bad. Like if you watch it, there's like a bit on the spaceship where they're all on the spaceship, and it's blatant CGI. But I can't really blame the VFX artists, because I know they're under Kevin Feige's literal tyranny now, because he obviously needs like 50 products a year, so it's sort of like chop, get on with it, and that's when you get stuff like She-Hulk. So so carrying on, and you have these kind of animated segments, like, because they believe like Yondu ruined Christmas for him, so they're obviously trying to be like, oh, let's have it be like like those old Christmas cartoons. But it's like so bad, like a shot of crackling, it just looks so cheap, like so bad. It's almost like like you've got the CGI from the CGI animation for What If. It's like that, but they've put it into 2D, which makes it look even worse. Like I know what they were trying to do, but oh my. And then obviously they're trying to, so like bloody, like Groot wasn't even cute at all. He looks terrifying now, because he's almost like he's got like some big macho body, but it looks like he's got baby Groot's head. Like when he was all moody when he was a teenager, now he's like Giga Groot. It's almost like, what the heck? I don't like this new version of Groot. I really hope, I want him to go back to something closely resembling the original Groot from the first one, but like a tad different, because he's supposed to be the son and all this. But freaking hell, this is what happens. This is a case of just this. It's just like, is it really? I haven't read the original like Guardians of the Galaxy comic, so I don't know how the characters are actually like and how they're actually supposed to behave. I'm not going to pretend that I knew like Guardians of the Galaxy back to front, because frankly, no one probably did. No one probably even like cared like about the Guardians of the Galaxy to such the extent that people care about now because of the film. So if you're acting like, you're a super big fan of Guardians of the Galaxy before then, we all know that you secretly read, everything about Guardians of the Galaxy off Wikipedia before the film came out to, like, come across knowledgeable. It's just flipping hell. So I was like, don't be that guy, seriously. It's just a stupid freaking... And I know it means a lot to people, and I feel sorry for the guy that created Rocket Raccoon, if you know the story behind him, but flipping hell. This is what happens when, you get these writers that want to make something their own, because people now will always associate Guardians of the Galaxy, with James Gunn, and now it's just become, it's almost like I hope that Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is nothing like this and actually feels like a good film, especially got Adam Warlock in it and all this other stuff. Part of me is actually now glad that it's going to be the last one, because if they do more, it's just going to be a Thor Love and Thunder situation. Like, I'm beginning to understand, because it's almost like if you... Oh my... I'm seeing the ratings of it. So, carrying on. So, basically, the whole plot, if you've seen the trailer, it's almost like, it focuses on Drax and Nebula. It's not Nebula. Mantis, who actually, she's not that bad, to be fair, but going down to Earth to get like Peter a gift to cheer him up, and that gift is Kevin Bacon, because he inspired him to be like, he was almost like his like hero, if you know what I mean. And then obviously they kidnap him, and then but before then you have this kind of montage where they're just messing around on like Earth, like taking pictures with people and all that. It felt like this doesn't feel like part of the plot. It just feels like they just had some kind of behind the scenes footage of, you know, people, you know, going down, oh, I don't know, celebrities, you know, kind of mixing, you know, meeting their fans and taking selfies, and that's what essentially what it was, with some silly stuff thrown in, like, you know, Drax beating up this guy who he mistaked for this robot that's supposed to have terrorized, maybe, like, I don't know, I can't even, nothing of actual worth, just an excuse for Drax to be, you know, funny, and like, haha, he's dumb. And then, I think now I come to think of it, it's supposed to be like Elf, where he's just like messing. That's what they were trying to do, wasn't it? So obviously they get Kevin Bacon back to the ship. He's not even acting like a real human being, like, and then someone has. I think I read somewhere. Tried to bring the point. Wouldn't like Kevin Bacon like recognize them having like saved the world with Thanos and all that? Because there's a lot of that now. They seem to have forgotten about that, like in Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you know, which scene I'm referring to. But anyway, you know, right, like I said, I want to keep this under 50 minutes. So obviously they get him, bring him back to the planet, like obviously kind of alter his kind of emotions, so he's not like scared or doesn't really know what's going on. So Mantis uses the powers and all that. And then obviously, you know, Star-Lord is like so annoyed, like, oh my god, what have you done? Like, la da da da. And then they transport him back. And do they really properly interact? I can't even remember if Kevin Bacon and Star-Lord like properly interact, like have a one-to-one or anything. It kind of just ends with like Mantis having a one-to-one with Peter at the end, and then giving him this kind of news. Do you want to know what the news is? Okay, I warned you. Basically, Mantis is his sister, apparently. Apparently, Ego is Mantis's daughter, and I thought that she was supposed to be his pet, unless he didn't consider it like, he just treated her like a pet. Because I swear he said he just found her, and then it was like some kind of made-up story that she provided. For some reason, kept it secret. I'm guessing because there was that big reveal at the end, so I suppose then he could piece stuff together then. Because he might have pieced stuff together by that point if she told him from there. So maybe she wanted to leave it a while. I guess I sort of understand some level, but at the same time, someone's like, does it feel like if the whole special, the most kind of important thing that happens is always this big reveal, so Peter doesn't feel so alone because like he doesn't have any. I don't know if he has any living relatives, and yeah. Okay, so they'll probably just, like I said, they'll probably just bring it up again in the bloody Guardians of the Galaxy 3. But anyway, yeah, I like the first, you know, 2, and it becomes a case of, like I said, so I was like, my interest in them started with the, you know, the film, wasn't it? And then I liked the second one a bit more. I think the humour was just right with that. I mean, people might say Guardians of the Galaxy, the first one is better, but I actually preferred the second one, to be honest, because I've seen the first one twice, but it didn't feel like half as interesting as the second one with Yondu and all that. But that's just me. I could talk about that at a later date or in another video if I wanted, when maybe the new one comes out. I did a bit of a comparison. So yeah, and that last bit is basically, turns out Yondu didn't completely ruin Christmas, because he ended up appreciating the gift that Peter got for him, and Yondu ends up gifting him these blasters in the end. So yeah, there you go, another thing to keep us entertained as we wait for the next Marvel, you know, thing that will be just another thing that sets up the next Marvel thing, and the cycle continues, because this is the MCU now, guys, and I'm starting to see it. Literally, we're just supposed to just gobble, 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 you know, just thinking about like Christmas turkey. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this reflection, and hopefully I didn't ramble on too much, and I didn't go on too much of a tangent, but yeah, there you go. That was the Guardians of the Galaxy holiday special. I know we're over 15 minutes now, but it's not too bad. But yeah, I deliberately got the Star-Lord chase out just to be a bit of a show off. And yeah, and FYI, I just found it in the reviews section at a local HMV a long time ago, so that was a cool find. So yeah, that's the story of that one. But yeah, sorry, I got very dusty. Like I was keeping like Mantis's stand like down here. So yeah, because it's so dusty, like Lizzie, it's so bad. Because I really like these figures. They're just just not very well looked after by me, are they? So yeah, maybe it'll go over 16 minutes. So I'll try and sort the shelf out over Christmas. But yeah, there you go. There's the figures. So yeah, if you like this video, I'm really grateful for you tuning in. If you want to see more of these, give this video a like, and I'll start being more active on Letterboxd. I might go through some of the old films I used to watch and make some kind of sarky remarks about them. Or I could give some great detailed review like I'm some kind of expert critic or something. I don't know. Sod. So as long as it looks pretty. So there you go. Anyway, so long, and yeah, I don't really know what else to say. I want to say happy holidays, but it still feels pretty kind of early for that. But then people probably already have their Christmas trees up. So yeah, I'm gonna blast off.